Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Everybody was asking me, how did I know to short Ford when it was November? And it was when Aunt B was telling us everything was fine. Well, what people didn't know is Aunt B was lying to us, because when she was raising the rates, machinery sales were down 5.6%, computers were down 8.7%, communication equipment sales down 21%. I took a look at our chart and I saw that institutions were pulling money out of Ford. So we said, let's short Ford. And we did that in November, on November 10th, because my charts told me there was a big sell signal. And we took advantage of it. And you know that stock Ford has now dropped 17%. That's the return my gang has now, 17%. Don't follow any of the jibber-jabber from CNBC or the Fed. Follow me, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stock discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Every Friday, we're going to open up the lines. Why? Because I want you to participate in this program. I want you to participate in the stocks. If you have a stock, you don't have to be a gang member. If you have a stock, you want me to take a look at it, I'll put it on my PT2, and we'll check it out for you. Or if you have a comment on my commentary, or if you have a comment on what's going on in the country or what's going on with our politics, I want to hear from you. That's this Friday. Every Friday, it's now open line. And it is Friday, and it is open line. Let me give you a number if you want to participate in the program, 855-745-7445. One more time, 855-745-7445. You don't have to be a gang member. And I'll put your stock up on my PT2 chart, and I'll tell you what your stock is doing. All I ask, if you do well, please remember St. Jude. We want you to send money to St. Jude. Okay, today we had Jobs Friday, another phony Jobs Friday.
Revisions for February and March, a collective lower by 19,000 for those 2 months versus what had previously been reported. 160,000. April non-farm payrolls increased by 160,000. The unemployment rate remains at 5%. The U6, the so-called real unemployment rate, 9.7%.
Unbelievable. And from this, we get the same people over and over. We get the cheerleaders. They come in and they deceive you. I mean, listen to the cheerleaders. Here's John Harwood.
In reality, the president has been getting some credit for the economy. If you look at his approval ratings, part of that's been because he's been out of the news and people have been focused on the presidential race, but his numbers have been creeping up a little bit, which I think does reflect at an underlying level increasing appreciation for the fact that the economy is on solid ground.
Solid? You call solid? How about quicksand? Quicksand? What does he mean solid? The economy, we just got our GDP number for this quarter. It's the slowest in 2 years. We produced 0.5% more goods than we did the previous month. Are you kidding? This on top of the fact that we learned this week that the two most important categories of our GDP, durable goods and capital goods sales, are a disaster. What's he talking about? This is unbelievable. Durable goods. Those are the big ticket items. Those are the ones that tell you how well you're doing. The economy is doing. Is it good? Is it bad? Durable good. Terrible. That's your big TVs. That's your washer, your dryers, your appliances. Terrible. Capital goods. That's all the machinery that's made and sent to different businesses. Like forklifts, for example. A disaster. Down 16 consecutive quarters. But the cheerleaders will still come out and say, oh, like Harwood, yeah, we have a solid economy. Are you nuts? Listen, what a foundation. Here's Charlie Gasparino.
0.5% GDP growth in the first quarter. And today's job report, which I don't care how the president puts lipstick on that pig, when you're telling me you're missing non-farm payrolls by that number, when he's coming under there is a hiring slowdown. It may be temporary, but the thesis, the case is being made that Obamonomics is bad.
You think so? After how many years they're starting to figure out Obamonomics is bad? It's a disaster. The disaster is the guy is in denial. There's the disaster. He's been in denial for 7 years. We talked about this yesterday. He goes to the New York Times. He interviews with him. And he tells us how he managed this financial crisis that was left to him by Baby Bush better than any large economy on earth in modern history. Are you nuts? A 2% GDP? I mean, 0.5% GDP? How about a GDP for his whole 8 years? By the time he leaves, he hasn't hit 3%. The only president in history has never hit 3%. And by the time he leaves, his average GDP over 8 years will be, if he's lucky, 1.8%. If things were so good, why isn't disposable income growing? I don't get it. Why isn't disposable income growing?
I have a friend who ran a large manufacturing company. He tells me that 10 years ago, he hired people for that company at a total of wages and benefits of about $37 an hour. He hires people for that company today in the United States at $17 an hour. That's a sense of the magnitude of what has happened, and that's the matter of the quality. The quality, by and large, of the jobs we have is just not as good.
Well, how can it be as good? We take all our good jobs and we ship them overseas due to all our trade agreements, and then we give these people visas to come over here, and just like those numbers, cut the American worker. They'll do the same job for half, and they're wondering why. And then you have Harwood come out and say, "Wait, what? The economy's on solid ground. He's done a great job." It's just crazy. It's just nuts. Again, disposable income, what you have left after you pay all your bills, has been in a dramatic decline. If the economy was doing good over the last 7 years, that wouldn't have happened. Disposable income is a key indicator of how we live, our standard of living. Everybody knows that. The last time it was any good, it peaked in 2008, for heaven's sakes. It's been coming down ever since. Think about this. 2008, I'm not talking about the after-tax income. It was $33,794. 2008. We're 2016, 8 years later. We're only up to $38,000. What are you, nuts? We should be at a minimum of $44,000 or $45,000, but we're not. We're not. And this, by the way, is after-tax income. The economy is terrible. If we manage the economy so well, then why in April purchases for large trucks? We're talking we're talking the 5-wheelers. We're talking the big trucks that move our oil, that move our big goods. We're talking about the big guys. Do you know that the fifth wheel trucks have dropped sales in April 39%? And we're being told the economy is doing good? Why has retail sales, durable goods sales, capital goods sales, new home sales, manufacturing orders, productivity, mortgage applications, all down, tanking? See, this proves exactly how out of touch Obama is and how dangerous denial can be, or it proves he's just one hell of a liar. But there's one thing that no one can deny, that under Obama and his redistribution of wealth, his policies, our standard of living has changed, and not for the better. Not for the better. And even more concerning is Hillary Clinton and Sanders both say when they become president, they will double down on his policy because they work. But of course, she has double talk, too.
I want to build on and make sure the progress President Obama has made is secure.
Then she said,
I'm running to become president, to really deal with the economy, get it working again.
wait a minute, she just said it was working, and she's going to stay with it.
I want to build on and make sure the progress President Obama has made.
What progress? She knows she's lying, so she turns around and lies. Now she says, well, no, I don't think things are too good. I think we should build on it. I don't know, is building on such a good idea. Thank God we're getting rid of these people. I hope they tempt the White House right after he leaves. Jeez.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. Buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When's the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When's the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And it's also brought to you by Walter's Way, a wonderful book. And remember, Walter Scheer, there'll be a book signing. I will be there with Walter. That will be Saturday, May 21st from noon to 3 p.m. This is going to be right across from Selby Library, 100 Central Avenue, downtown Sarasota, right next to Starbucks. You can't miss it. Everybody knows where Selby Library is. And myself and Walter will be there from noon to 3. It's going to be a great book signing. He's going to give you some terrific stories. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great guy to talk to. 92 years young. He's got more energy than I have. But what he has accomplished is incredible. I'm so anxious for you to meet him, to hear his stories. He's the one who made it possible for us to have a fax machine. He's just a wonderful person. And again, don't miss it. Saturday, May 21, 12 to 3. And at Tsunami Restaurant right across from Selby Library. That's 100 Central Avenue next to Starbucks. And remember, this is an award-winning book. It has the Axiom Business Award. It's very hard to get that award, and especially for a first-time author. Very seldom does a first-time author ever get that. So go to my site, philsgang.com. You can pick up the book. Or, again, remember, you also can get the book at waltersway.org. All proceeds of this book are going to go to charity, to the Vera and Walter Scheer Family Foundation, and also to St. Jude. So again, waltersway.org. All right, we got our jobs numbers. They stink. But you know what? The market goes up today. People say, how come is the market going up if the job numbers stink so badly? Shouldn't the market be going down? No. See, that's what they've been pulling all these years. Every time we get bad news, it's good news. Because that means they think that the Federal Reserve will come in and once again do a stimulus, do quantitative easing. So that's why the market's up 71 points. You would think it'd be down 71 points. But here's, again, is I'm making this offer to you, and I hope you do it. Please go to my site, philsgang.com. I'm going to show you. Yesterday I said, why don't you join the gang? I said last night, join the gang. And let me give you the numbers you can join. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. Join the gang, I said. Because I want to show you, here's Caterpillar. We bought Caterpillar, it was around $62, it went to $80. That's a very nice profit. 62 to about 82. It's about a 29% profit. Now it's turned red. Think of this. This little chart tells you when the institutions that own this stock are pulling their money out. Isn't that wonderful? It turns red. And now I told you join, and I said we'll follow this every day, and we'll hold your hand all the way through it so you can see how it works. And guess what? It's down again today. You'd already be making money on it. It's already down today. This is a great way to introduce yourself to introduce myself to you and show you how I can reach out and help you. All I ask is that if I help you make money, is that you please donate to St. Jude. That's all. Very simple. The daily operating cost, when they open up those doors in the morning, is $1.7 million. They need $1.7 million every morning. 81 cents of every dollar, 81 cents every, goes to support the research. That's how they wiped out all leukemia. 94% survival rate. 94%. Hodgkin's, 90%. That's what my son had, Hodgkin's. So, again, what a wonderful opportunity to learn how to sell short, because you never have, because you've been in these stupid 401ks where they don't let you do individual stocks. They don't let you short. You got to sit there and just lose money all the way down. This way, you can hedge yourself. I'm not saying you got to get rid of your 401k. I'd love to have you get rid of it because you're not going to make any money with it. But if you're nervous about it, hey, use this to hedge. The market is going to collapse. We're going to go down again. There's no question. Right now, already in the last 12 months, we've gone down twice. 10 and 14%. We're on our way for the third one. This would be a great way for you to learn how to short. So go to my site, philsgang.com, or call right now. We're 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. And Steve is there to pick up the phone. He'll talk to you about it. And I don't know what else to tell you. It's the only way I can help you. All right. So here we are. We have this terrible number, and you still have these people coming in and cheerleading. Look, the bottom line is this: we're in trouble with this economy, but they're holding it up. They're holding it up, stock buybacks and everything else. The disposable income is declining. That's a key indicator to our standard of living. Our standard of living is declining so badly. We just got the numbers for our big trucks. Our large trucks called our fifth wheeler. They're all down, 39%. New house sales down, everything's down. But you know, the one thing Obama and this administration can deny all they want, say what a wonderful job he's done. But there's one thing he just can't deny. That under his policy of redistribution of wealth, our standard of living has changed. Terrible. And we got to hope that Hillary Clinton doesn't become president, because she's going to continue with the same exact policies. The same policy that caused our standard of living to fall. Longer, more steeply. In the past 3 years, just the past 3 years, than any time since the U.S. government began recording the standard of living. Under Obama and his administration, our standard of living hasn't never dropped this much. Hasn't gone down this low since 1960. One reason is stagnant incomes. Median incomes have plunged. The average individual now has $4,315 less in disposable income than he had 3 years ago. That means they have less money to go out and spend on durable goods and appliances and so forth. And then that's why we're not getting good jobs. That's why there's only 160,000 good jobs. People aren't going out and spending, so they're not ordering. Companies and the stores aren't ordering, so that's why our manufacturing orders are down, lowest in 10 years. Remember, the main source of corporate profits have been lower labor costs. And what have they been doing to get these lower labor costs? Offshoring our jobs through NAFTA and the rest of these crazy things. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran it 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bowl, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to this contradiction.
February existing home sales down 7.1%.
American consumers, they have more cash on hand.
What a contradiction. Matter of fact, all the information you get from all the different financial programs, it's all contradiction. But here at Phil's Gang, I will tell you the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com. You will enjoy it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. It's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
But how do you explain the millions and millions of people who do not watch this show, who actually like what they hear from Donald Trump and aren't taking messages and orders from us in the media, but they listen to what he says for themselves and vote for him? How do you explain that?
Well, there are a lot of people who are racist. Oh, my God. Did you just say that?
I'm not saying...
No, you just said that.
Well, that's true.
You are a meathead.
Talking about meatheads, listen to Mark Zandi on the Jobs Report. Listen to this.
We are going to be at full employment all in with all those part-timers and 1 hours and all those people who stepped out that come back in by election day. And wage growth, you can feel it. You can feel the wage growth accelerate.
You can feel it. You can feel the wage growth. Oh, man, you can feel the wage. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the burn? Can't you feel the burn? Then you can feel the wage growth. You can feel the burn. Everybody feels the burn, right? Unbelievable. 0.3% we had a wage increase, and that's a lie. Boy, that you can really feel that. Wow.
What I'm seeing is a basically fairly healthy but not overheating job market.
Oh, my God. If we got any stronger than this, we'd be really in trouble. It'd be overheating. Thank God. Thank God we only did 160,000 jobs. Thank God that we're only producing a 0.5% of more goods than we did the previous month. Oh, thank God. Man, we don't want to get too hot in this economy.
Well, I think it's a pretty solid number here.
Oh, terrific. So solid, that number, 160,000, yeah.
In reality, the president...
Oh, shut up, Harwood. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're a butt boy for Obama. But we got to be concerned about the market. But see, you don't have to be concerned if you have the skills, you have the knowledge to sell stocks short. And that's what you need to know. How to sell a stock short. That's why I'm reaching out to you and telling you, please, try it. Join the gang. We got Caterpillar. Go to my site, philsgang.com. I put it up last night. And I'm going to show you I'm right. I'm not right. The chart's right. Go to my homepage, philsgang.com. Go to the homepage. And you'll see at the homepage, since I told you yesterday, said join the gang, follow me with this one stock Caterpillar, show you how to short it so you build confidence, and already it's down again today. You'll already be making money today. These people are crazy. To improve the economy, that means improving jobs. But how can you improve jobs when you have an administration that doesn't want good jobs? You have administration, and even before Obama, you had Baby Bush, and then you had Bill Clinton with NAFTA. And Bush Sr., they don't want jobs for this country. No, that's not how they get wealthy. To improve the economy, that means improving jobs, making available high-paying full-time jobs. But that's not what we do. To do that, we need to raise our saving rates. We've been at, almost zero savings rates. Put your money in the bank. Soon they're going to make us pay to put money in the bank. That's right, just like Europe. If you don't have savings, you don't have growth. You got to have savings. That's where business investment comes from. Small businesses, 5 to 50 jobs, 5 to 50. Small business, Main Street business who have 5 to 50 people who control, who make all the good jobs, the good paying jobs. They need to go to the local community banks to borrow money. But if they don't give the customers a good savings rate, money doesn't go into the bank, and therefore a small business can't go and borrow, get a line of credit, add on 2-3 people, and that's why our economy stinks. Trump will change that. You need capital investment. We haven't had any capital investment. Companies have, instead of capital investment, they've been taking all their profits and they've been buying all their shares back so the CEO can get rich and the shareholders get rich. But not the guy working on the floor. He lost his job, or he went from full-time to part-time. See, the elitists who owned the banking syndicate called the Federal Reserve made sure no economic policies were put in place to improve saving rates for our economy. Because this group of elitists, all their capital wealth is tied to the stock market. And they don't want higher rates. That's like kryptonite to Superman. See, and the very, very wealthy keep getting wealthy as long as they keep interest rates zero, and you keep losing your overtime. You lose your overtime. You go from 40 hours to 31 hours. Are you kidding? Do you really think the elitist group, they want the economy to improve? To have rates go up? To help increase capital? Are you kidding? They don't want that. See, then came QE and zero rates. That's another problem. Now they're talking about doing another QE. You watch, they're going to. But this job number is so bad, we're just waiting for the market to drop 10%. But I want you to be involved this time so you learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's so easy. I'll help you. I'm reaching out to you. All I'm asking is if you make money, please just help St. Jude. That's all. Help St. Jude. Help St. Jude. And when you do, by the way, when you on Saturday, May 21st, when you come to the book signing, and you're going to meet Walter Scheer, he'll explain to you how the economy works. He's been through it all. He's going to be so enlightening. He's going to tell you stories that are just incredible. And he knows, man. He's been through it all. So make sure Saturday, May 21st, mark that date down so you're available 12 to 3, the Tsunami Restaurant right across from Selby Library, downtown Sarasota, 100 Central. And all the details, if we forget, they're on my website. Look, we know right now that when you hear, look, listen to this. Listen to this. This tells you all about our economy. Listen to this guy.
You have said throughout this process that you will support the Republican presidential nominee. Now you have a presumptive nominee, Donald Trump. Will you support him?
Well, to be perfectly candid with you, Jake, I'm just not ready to do that at this point.
He's not ready to do that at this point. He's not ready to do that at this point. Isn't this funny? And then he says, because he wants to, well, here, let's play the whole cut. It makes you sick.
You have said throughout this process that you will support the Republican presidential nominee. Now you have a presumptive nominee, Donald Trump. Will you support him?
Well, to be perfectly candid with you, Jake, I'm just not ready to do that at this point. I'm not there right now. And I hope to, though, and I want to. But I think what is required is that we unify this party. And I think the
Wait a minute. He's talking about, this is just as bad as Clinton. This is just as bad as Clinton, right? They double talk. He says, well, I want to unify the party, but I'm not going to back him. Right now, I'm not going to back him. Well, how do you unify the party if you come out and say, I'm not going to back him right now? That's the worst thing he could have done. That's the worst thing. He should have given us, I support him, the party, we got to get going. We got to make sure that we get a Republican. We got to make sure we don't get that Sanders in, a communist. We can't get Hillary in, who's is a socialist, a liberal, and who's going to continue the same policy we had for the last 8 years. That's why we have 160,000 jobs. That's what he should have said. See, that's what's wrong with Washington. Him. That's what's wrong with Washington. See, I can't change that, but what I can change for you is to make sure you're not getting screwed with a 401k. I can change that. I can change to make sure that when you retire, you got enough money in your retirement. No longer you giving 50, 60, 70% of your retirement money to these gangsters, these 401ks. And don't forget, too, your 401k, you don't own it. You better check the small print. You don't own it. The government owns your 401k. They just let you use it. That's right. And they can, at any time, if things get really bad and the cash flow is bad and the government needs money, they can take that 401k because it's theirs. It's not yours. It's not yours. Go read the small print. Look, all I can do is offer you some help in the market, the stock market. I know how to do the market. And again, please go to my site tonight, philsgang.com. It's free. And I put up for you Caterpillar. And I said, start following me. I'm going to show you how we're going to make money shorting Caterpillar using the PT2. And I said that to you yesterday. This is our third day now. Third day. It's going down. We're making money. Third day. I want you to participate. So call right now. Alex is waiting for your call. Steve's waiting for your call. 877-600-GANG. Learn how to short. What a great opportunity. Just try it for the month. That's all. Then leave if you don't like it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. And boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grande and philsgang.com helps folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $49.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market. You get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of the public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet one of America's true businessmen, devoted family man, and an active philanthropist. The book, Walter's Way, is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Scheer is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. We invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Scheer book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
There's no question the U.S. economy is doing quite well.
These people are unbelievable. The U.S. economy is doing quite well. My God, quite well. $126 trillion unfunded debt. Nearly $20 trillion national debt. We pay $30 billion in food stamps. Section 8 housing, $16 billion. National School Lunch Program, $8 billion. Head Start, $6 billion. State Children Insurance Program, $5 billion. On and on and on and on. National Defense, like we got any money left for that. This is health care. 22.5% of all the income tax goes to health care. Are you nuts? This is nuts. This is crazy. We're broke. The bottom line, under this administration, our standard of living has dropped, and you know it, and I know it. But all I can help you do, though, is make money with a stock. That's all I can do. I'm going to go run for Senate. I'm going to go run for Senate. Were you nuts? Are you kidding me? What am I going to do? I'm better off right here, trying to reach out to you. Say, look, it works. At least if you get out of your head, you buy a stock because of what the company does instead of you buy a stock because of what the gangsters do. If the gangsters are putting their money in, you put your money in. The gangsters take their money, you take your money out. I can't change that existing home sales are down. I can't change that rail orders are down. Rail orders plunged 21%. Truck orders plunged 37%. I can't change that. But guess what? When the market starts to go down, I want you to sleep. You can sleep. You say, hey, you know what? The market's going down, and I'm okay. I'm with Phil. I'm okay. He's got me short. Did I do that for you in July? I told you way before it started to drop. I said, let's get short. It's going to drop. And it did. Didn't I tell you that in January? And it did. So who caused all this? Bush and Obama. But we can't fix it. The problem, the reason we got 160,000 lousy jobs, you're not getting overtime and you feel so terrible, because incomes are stagnant. Median incomes have plunged. In the last 8 years, think about it. The average individual now has $315,000 less in disposable income than did just 3 years ago. What am I talking about? I'm going to tell you. Individuals have so little money right now. So little. They're using their credit cards to make up the difference. They write all their checks out. They pay all their bills. They're using their credit cards. If they're lucky, they got 5 of them. And these guys, all these Kool-Aid drinkers are going around and these jibber jabbers.
There's no question the U.S. economy is doing quite well.
Doing quite well. $126 trillion in unfunded liability. We're doing really good. Remember, how can you do good when this main source of corporate profits coming from these corporations are to get rid of you, to get rid of labor, and bring somebody in and give them a visa to pay them half of what they're paying you? How can we be doing so well? The only people doing well are the people on Wall Street. So you got to participate. You know, all these reasons I give you why things are doing so, those reasons alone are why the taxpayers, you and me, the owner of the White House, before the next tenant, whoever it is, moves in, the next president steps into that White House, why we should be tenting, get a big white tent and cover the entire White House. And we got to tent it. We got to get the wretched stench of socialism out of that White House. It's our house. We own it, not Obama. We just lease it to these people. We got to get the stench of socialism out. We got to get the stench of redistribution of wealth out. We got to get the stench of failure out. Failure has become a mindset in this country because of this dope. And the dope behind them, Bush. It's unbelievable. Food stamps, for heaven's sakes. Think about what he did. When the recession ended in 2009 and he became president, he immediately changed the law so those with higher incomes could qualify for food stamps. So he disincentivized them from working. Why work? Hey, look, how much you're making? You can't qualify. Let me move up to what you can have for income. So he moves it up. So food stamps increased 70%. That means the program grew 70 times faster than the jobs he was creating. Disability. He also changed the requirements to disability. Are you kidding? Hey, get on a disability check. No problem. He doubled the enrollment. Why? How did he do that? Because he wanted to disincentivize the people. He doesn't want people working. Disincentivize them for working. Hey, you don't have to work. I'm going to give you a disability check. And guess what? When you get a disability check, you can stay on it for the rest of your life. And as a direct result of his redistribution programs, the wealth programs, wages, not only are they stagnant, they have fallen so low. A 2-income family is now 15% poorer than a 1-income family just 40 years ago. When Obama de-incentivized work, he wanted to grow his welfare state so he could get more Democrats in the party. As I say, he increased the income level in which you can receive welfare, in which you can receive food stamps, you can receive disability checks. Think about this. With Social Security, if you and your spouse collect Social Security and food stamps, that's $30,000 income. But add disability to it. You're up to $42,000 tax-free. That's what he's done. So why are these companies sitting there with 20, 30 jobs that they can't fill? These are high-tech jobs. They can't fill them. Why would somebody go to work? They just get on their Social Security. They get on disability. They make $42,000. But guess what? Know what the companies are doing? The CEOs? They're not even training people for these jobs. A company will have 30 jobs that they could fill, but they aren't even filling them. Instead, the CEO, what does he do? He said, I'm going to borrow money from the Fed at zero, and I'm going to make sure that my stock price goes up, and I'm going to exercise my options, and I'm going to make 300% more than the guy downstairs. And I'm going to lay him off anyway. I'm going to get him out. He's full-time. I got to get him down to part-time because I got to show more profits. Think about the home equity. We talked about this week. That other dope, Bush, tells everybody, pull out $1.4 trillion in equity and go spend. And now you got people, the baby boomers, guess what? They can't retire because most people retire because they use their home. And then you got the young people who just got out of college looking for a job. They can't get a job because the baby boomers got to work till he's dead. In the last 40 years, our standard of living has dropped 50%, but get more remarkable than that. Nearly 29% of that 50% was contributed by Obama in the last 8 years. Let me repeat. Our standard of living has dropped 50%, but more remarkable, nearly 29% was contributed. He contributed 29% of that 50% in the last 8 years. Are you kidding? Well, why should we be surprised? After all, he contributed more debt than all 44 presidents in the last 200 years in his 8 years. See, Americans have seen their wages drop 57% over that past 40 years. I'm talking about wages now, not standard of living. 38.7% of the 57% drop in 40 years. Guess who owns that? Obama in the last 7 years. Yet 400 of the wealthiest people in America, including 151 who decides who's going to be president, their wages increased 700%. Are you nuts? This is not inequality, it's economic rape. Are you kidding? You keep talking about inequality? Look, I can't fix any of this, but here's what I can fix for you. You join the gang, we'll help St. Jude, we'll make a deal with each other. How about this? I'm going to make sure that we're now in the beginning of our third 10 to 14% correction. We already had 2 this year, and I caught both of them for my gang. You join the gang, just watch Caterpillar. We'll follow Caterpillar together. We'll put it on the PT2, and we'll show you every day. We tell you when to stay in, when to add, when not. Just try it. Try it for a month. It'll change your whole life. It'll change your whole life. It will. Join my gang, Phil's gang. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. And we have Alex waiting for your call and Steven. Check it out.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, Phil's